Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is the third video on PLS SEM. So, in the last two videos, actually, we talked about the introduction of PLS SEM, some importance and any other things, right? And the second video, we talked about different types of model, right? So, before go to the deep into the water of SmartPLS or PLS SEM, we need a preparation, right? So this video actually preparation to the PLS SEM presented by Dr. Nazmul Hassan, and here we will learn the pre-stage of analysis of PLS SEM using the SmartPLS, right? So our today's objective or list of content is to understand the conceptual framework and then understanding the questionnaire, types of questionnaire, right? Data collection, hypothesis construction, and data preparation. So what is conceptual framework? Actually, you are very popular the term of framework or model or research model, right? A research framework. However, there are lots of research model. For example, I have been working with or in the domain of information system. So if I'm not wrong, there are more than 30 or 40 information system models. So popularly, there are popular model, for example, diffusion of innovation, technology accepted model, theory of planned behavior, and UTOT, right? So there are some other lots of model or um, expectation confirmation model, health belief model, lots of. By the way, that types of model is actually established model proposed by several scholars in several times. Okay, so what is conceptual model or conceptual framework? For example, you are proposing some model, right? You reviewed lots of literature and found some gap. Based on your literature analysis, maybe you are going to propose a research model which is not exactly match with the previous model, right? You are proposing a model. So in that case, we can see, or as we can say, it's a conceptual framework or conceptual research model, right? Okay, on the it's a conceptual research model. By the way, what is conceptual research model? For example, this is one of the conceptual research model because in my paper published in 2019, right, in journal Enterprise Information System (EIS). So it was mainly or basically the impact of top management support to the business process performance, right? Uh, in the stage of post-implementation stage of ERP, enterprise resource planning, right? So actually, after reviewed the literature, I personally, or we, with our research team, right, we build this model. So what is this model? Actually, independent variable is the top management support. Top management support may have impact on extensive competent team and may have significant impact on post implementation training and inter-department information sharing, right? Blah blah blah. Actually, see this model. So this model actually we proposed, not has been taken from any previous established model. That is why we say it's a conceptual model. Okay, so next one is understanding the questionnaire. Please see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 construct or factors, right? So what types of questionnaire actually we will use? This one, see here, the questionnaire type. Top management support have 3 questions. Top management support supports the adoption and the use of our ERP system. So item number 1, this is the item number 2, this is the item number 3. So under the factor of extensive competent team, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Post implementation training, we have 1 and 2 items. So we will take these items, I mean slightly modified, right, from this literature, right? But when we collect the data, we collect like this: strongly disagree, D means disagree, neither agree nor disagree, A means agree, SA means strongly agree, right? So it's the Likert scale, 1 to 5. 1 is strongly disagree and 5 indicates the strongly agree. So using this, actually we can collect the data. Okay, so this is the next part of the questionnaire. In this way we can collect the data. Okay, so understanding the data set. So after collecting all this data, right, so your data set is like this. For example, TMS1, top management support, item number 1, top management support, item number 2. What is the, okay, here top management support, item number 4. So there is no item number 3. Why? Because we deleted item number 3 in our from our model, because the item number 3 was the factor loading was too low, right? ECT, if I'm not wrong, ECT, it means extensive competent team, right? So extensive competitive team has 5 item. DSU, decision support unit, has the 3 item. IDS, inter department information sharing, has 3 item, right? So blah blah blah. This one, the BPP, it means business process performance, our target variable, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, right? So this is the data structure, or after collecting the data, it could be the survey data. This is the data set. Okay, so our next target is to thinking of the hypothesis. So if we go here, our conceptual framework has in total 12 hypotheses. I'm sorry. So hypothesis number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So is the construction of hypothesis. For example, in hypothesis 1, the relationship between extensive competent team and the top management support is positively associated with post ERP implementation, right? It's our hypothesis. It could be supported or not, right? It doesn't matter. Okay, so I didn't present all the hypotheses. So for example, hypothesis 9, effective inter-department communication in the post-implementation stage of ERP has a significant positive relation with continuous system development, right? And finally, hypothesis 12, effective and efficient decision support unit has a significant positive impact on business process performance of ERP post-implementation stage. So in this way, you can propose your hypothesis, right? Hypothesis is just assumption. It doesn't matter the hypothesis will support your research question or not, it doesn't matter, but it's your assumption, right? So in this way, actually, you can there are 12 hypotheses we proposed, but I presented only 3 hypotheses for an example. So next one is data preparation. So when we have the data here, right, in many cases, for example, we have some missing value. We cannot avoid this during data collection, right? In many cases. Okay, so if you have missing value, what should you do? Because if you have missing value, actually you will not get the more efficient predictive value, right, for your model. So there are 3 ways actually. So in this way you can, it's a very popular way, right? So in this way you can mitigate or avoid the missing value. First one is very popular. If your data set of contains less than 5% of missing value, once again, less than 5% of missing value, in that case, mean value replacement you can apply. So you can apply this technique, mean value replacement. What does it mean? It means, for example, I have 4 cases or 3 variables. For example, I have two variable value, right? I have two variable value, but one is missing. So in that case, I will calculate the two variable values value, right? And replace them, and I will replace the mean value in the missing value, right? Okay. So this is the very popular, but keep in mind, you should have less than 5% missing value in your data set. Otherwise, it's not wise to apply this process. Case-wise deletion or list-wise deletion. Case-wise deletion or list-wise deletion, it's quite, for example, if you have a, for example, here, inter-department information sharing, you have three items, item number 1, 2, 3, right? For example, within this three item, you have one missing value, right? In one case, for a case. Please see here, for example, inter-department share, where is it? I'm not sure. Okay. On the other hand, we can think about top management support 1, 2, 4. So maybe this is the missing value, right? So we have 3 and 2. So if we apply the mean value replacement, so here we can put 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 divided by 2. It means 2.5. So you can put here 2.5. So it's replaced by the it replaced by the mean value. On the other hand, pairwise deletion or case-wise deletion, it means within this three value, maybe this value is missing. We have item number 1, item number 2, but item number 4 is missing. In that case, actually delete the whole case, this one, right? On the other hand, think about vertically, right? It's a horizontal, case-wise. On the other hand, think about this case record 1, record 2, record 3, record 4, right? I mean, responded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, maybe in some cases you have the missing value. Delete that. So to be honest, sorry, to be honest, it's quite risky. Why risky? In this way, the data set will reduce. For example, you collected 300 data, but if you handle the missing data in this way, maybe after deleting all this missing value, I mean row wise and column wise, I mean case wise and record wise, right? So the data set will reduce, right? Okay. On the other hand, third one is pairwise deletion. Pairwise deletion is quite little bit same, right? In this case, actually, you also have the chance. Sorry, when you would like to mitigate the previous problem, I mean case-wise or list-wise deletion. So in this way, if you would like to keep your data set is quite same, or would not like to minimize lots of reduce lots of data, in that case you can use the pairwise deletion. Okay. On the other hand, data distribution. To be honest, in the previous lecture I said that SmartPLS doesn't consider the normality or normal distribution. On the other hand, if you use the other software, for example, SPSS, AMOS, Stata, or any other software, right? In that case, so it's quite difficult. So distribution, right? So no need for normal distribution if you use the SmartPLS, right? On the other hand, extremely non-normal data could expand standard error obtained from the bootstrapping, right? So when we run the model using the bootstrapping method, for example, in the bootstrapping, we put the 5,000 normally, right? Bootstrapping. So in that case, it could expand the standard error, which will cause or which will responsible for not giving the proper or efficient or effective predictive value, right? So in that case, you need to test the normality. So how can we test it? For example, you can use the Kolmogorov-Simronov test, right? So this is the very popular test. Actually, it's a non-parametric test. because we are handling the non-parametric. Actually, in PLS SEM, we do the non-parametric test, right? So using this test, actually, we can see the data is normally distributed or not. On the other hand, the final one is skewness kurtosis. Skewness kurtosis, it means it shows your data. It's the how skewed your data set is, the positively skewed or negatively skewed. So it's some statistical terms. So if you would like to learn more about these terms, I will suggest you to Google search actually what is this. On the other hand, if you face a big problem, please make comments or what types of problem you are facing, what actually you need, right, for your learning. In that case, I will try my best to give you my best answer, right, based on the previous literature or other. So in this way, actually, you can prepare your data, right? So I took my model from this is my previous paper, right? However, once again, if I go here, what is our objective before go to the main analysis using the SmartPLS? So you need a conceptual framework. It could be a conceptual framework. It could be a established framework, right? I mean, proposed by the other scholar in the previous decade. How you will collect the data using what types of questionnaire, right? On the other hand, you have also show so that how we can present our data, right? So data collection, I mean the data set. You definitely need to construct the hypothesis, right? After that, please prepare your data before go to the final or main analysis, right? So if you do this or these types of what I say actually, right? So after that, you can go to the main analysis. So in the next video, I will show you the analysis for this model, right, using my data set. It was published in 2019. So within this journey, I will try my best to present how to create this model in SmartPLS and how to analyze this, right? And what are the main, what are the stages of analysis of using the SmartPLS. So from the next video, actually, I will go to the deep into the water of PLS SEM, right? So up to that, be patient. Thank you so much for your patience, right? And after that, keep me in your prayers. I will try my best to help you or assist you within this journey to learn the SmartPLS or PLS SEM. I mean, PLS SEM using the SmartPLS software, right? So enjoy PLS SEM. Thank you. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz. Okay.